Hello, my name is Jose de Jesus Pesina, and today I'll be using this teaching module to teach about synthetic division. First of all, what is synthetic division? Synthetic division is an alternative method to divide polynomials by linear binomials. Let's recall that polynomials are equations or expressions with many terms, and binomials are expressions or equations with only two terms. In this case, a linear binomial means an expression with two terms where the variable has an exponent of 1. For example, let's say you have to divide 2x cubed minus 13x squared plus 26x minus 24 by x minus 4. In this case, the polynomial is 2x cubed minus 13x squared plus 26x minus 24, and the linear binomial is x minus 4. Notice x minus 4 has two terms, and x is a linear term because its exponent is 1. To perform synthetic division, first we need to make the binomial equal to 0 and solve for x. The binomial is x minus 4. If we make that equal to 0, that means you add 4 to both sides of the equation, and x is equal to 4. This is your divisor for synthetic division. Next, we write down the coefficients of the polynomial in order from greatest exponent to least exponent. This may sound a bit confusing at first because we talk about coefficients and then we talk about exponents. The coefficients are the big numbers in front of the variables. So the 2, the negative 13, the 26, and the negative 24, even though it's a constant, it is considered a coefficient because there should be a term of x with an exponent of 0 here. It would be the coefficient for that term, but because the exponent is 0, we don't write that term, so we call it a constant also. The exponents are the little numbers, the superscripts on top of the variables. So the 3, the 2, the 1, and in this case there would be a 0 here. We do notice that the exponents are in order from greatest exponent to least exponent. Again, 3, 2, 1, 0. So we just write down the coefficients in the order in which they appear. 2, negative 13, 26, negative 24. Next, we write the divisor in the divisor box to the left of the coefficient. Remember, the divisor is x equals 4, so we write it down in this manner. And now, to begin synthetic division, we bring down the first coefficient. So we bring down the 2. Next, we multiply the divisor. Remember, the divisor is 4, and the new leading coefficient, that's going to be the 2. It's called leading because it's the first one, and it's going to have the highest exponent. We multiply those two, well, 4 times 2 equals 8, and we write the product below the second original coefficient, so below the negative 13. Notice how the 8 appears. Now we add these two numbers and write the sum in the space below the line. So negative 13 plus 8 is equal to negative 5. Now we repeat this multiplication and addition procedure until you finish with the last coefficient, or in this case a constant. 4 times 2 equals 8. That was the previous step. We repeat 4 times negative 5 equals negative 20. And we write it right below the 26. And again we repeat the addition. Right? 26 plus negative 20 is equal to 6. And 4 times 6 equals 24. And negative 24 plus 24 is equal to 0. Now that we have completed the synthetic division part, we have to interpret the meaning of our answer. Since we began by using coefficients, guess what? The numbers we obtain at the end of synthetic division are also going to be coefficients. Since we were dividing, we began with a polynomial with exponent of 3, and we divided by a binomial with exponent of 1. By the laws of exponents, when you divide the same base, you must subtract the exponent. So an exponent of 3 minus an exponent of 1 means that my answer is going to begin with x and an exponent of 2. The 2 will be the first coefficient, so my first term would be 2x squared, then minus 5x, and then plus 6. Because remember, you have to decrease the exponents from greatest to least. This one will have an exponent of 2, exponent of 1, and no exponent. The 6 becomes our constant. So our answer looks like this. 2x squared, the 2 is the coefficient, 2 is the exponent also, minus 5x, notice the x has an exponent of 1, and plus 6, notice the 6 doesn't have a variable. The 6 has become the constant. And you may wonder, what about the 0? Well, the last number in synthetic division, the last result, will always be the remainder. In this problem, we have a remainder of 0. This will not be the case with all synthetic division problems. Sometimes you will have a remainder, and you would write it in a different format. But when we have a remainder of 0, that actually has an additional implication that we will cover in future lessons, meaning that x minus 4 is a factor and x equals 4 is a root of the polynomial because there was no remainder left over. But to find those implications, please watch the next videos. Thank you for watching.